Today we're looking at order of operations, which is 1.9 in our textbook. When looking at order of operations, it's very important that we understand the correct order that we do different operations in if they are in the same problem. So you might have a maths problem that has addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, might have brackets and square roots, so you need to know which order things need to be done in. They are not just done left to right, they are done in a certain order. So the order is usually represented by BOMDAS or BODMAS. You may have come across that before. And I'm going to explain to you now what each of them means and the order that you need to do these in. First of all, the brackets are the most important. So you always do the brackets first. And sometimes there are multiple brackets. If there are, you always do the inside brackets before you do the outside brackets. O can stand for orders, and I'm just calling it other. Things like exponents or powers, so 3 to the power of 4, or square roots. Anything that is not brackets, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction goes after the brackets. Now, the next one is multiplication or division. They have the same value, but it just depends where they appear in the problem from left to right. So when you're looking from the left to the right, if division appears first, you do that. If multiplication appears first, then you do that before you do the division. Okay, now then, addition, subtraction, they are the least important, but the rules still apply. So for, like they do for multiplication and division, addition and subtraction have the same value as each other, but it just depends where they appear in the problem, depending which one you do first. So you do addition first if it appears left to right, otherwise subtraction might appear before addition, then you do that. So we're looking left to right with multiplication, division and addition and subtraction to see which one we do first. Now I'll show you some examples, and I've written BOMDAS down the bottom so I can cross them off once I've done them. So this first problem is quite basic. It has no brackets or other. It doesn't even have multiplication, but it does have division. So we actually do that first, even though it appears after the addition. So it's 5 plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. So therefore 5 plus 5 is 10, because we have to do the addition after the division. Quite easy. The next one is a little bit harder. It's got brackets and multiplication and division and subtraction. Now, it's really important when we're doing these problems that we only change one thing at a time. Each time we do the problem, we change one thing and we write the whole problem out on the next line. So I'll show you what I mean. 18 minus 2 times, now we need to do the brackets first. 4 plus 6 is 10 divided by 5. Now you see how I've only changed the brackets. I haven't changed anything else in the problem, and I've written it the whole thing out. So the next line we're going to look at, there is no other, we're looking at multiplication or division left to right, and the multiplication comes first when we're looking from the left to the right, so we're going to do that next. So we're writing the whole problem, just changing the multiplication. So 2 times 10 is 20 divided by 5. Now we have to do the division. 18 minus 20 divided by 5 is 4. Then there is no addition, we're doing subtraction. The answer is 14. Righty-ho, I want you to pause the video and do these for me, please. Alrighty, this first one, we're looking for brackets. There aren't any brackets or other. Now we're looking for multiplication and division left to right. So the multiplication comes first. So we have to do that first. And I'm writing the whole problem out. 300 minus 100 times 4 is 400 divided by 4. So now we're doing division. 300 minus, and 400 divided by 4 is 100. Then there's no addition, so we do subtraction. It's 200. Hopefully you got that right. The next one, there are no brackets or other. We have to do the division first. 40 minus, now 25 divided by 5 is 5, plus 3. Now we have to do the subtraction first because it comes before the addition when we're looking left to right. So 40 minus 5 is 35, plus 3, and then the answer is 38. So hopefully you were able to get those right. Okay, sometimes you'll be looking at word problems and you'll need to use order of operations to work out what the problem is you need to write down, and then you need to calculate the answer. So when we're doing this, we need to remember things we've previously learned in other videos and in primary school for looking at the certain words in the problem that help us with what operation to use. For example, I've got the word difference, which means subtract, and the word quotient, which means you need to divide. It's also got the word subtract in it, so that tells you what to do as well. So we'll have a look at this and work out the problem. Find the difference between 76 and 43, triple the result, and finally subtract the quotient of 35 and 7. Okay, sounds complex, but let's just break it down. So we need to find the difference between 76 and 43, so that means we need to subtract 43 from 76. But then we need to triple the result, so triple the answer to this. Now to do that, we're going to have to put this in brackets and triple, which means multiply it by 3. And when we put the 3 outside the brackets like this, it means multiply. We don't actually have to put the multiplication sign. And then we need to subtract the quotient. So subtract the quotient of 35 and 7. So 35 divided by 7. So quotient means divide. All right, let's work it out. Now we need to do brackets first. So 76 minus 43 is 33. Now we need to, so we're going to have to multiply 33 minus 35 divided by 7. Now we're looking at multiplication and division left to right. So we need to do the multiplication first. So 3 times 33 is 99 minus 35 divided by 7. Now we've got the division, we need to do that next. 99 minus 35 divided by 7 is 5. 99 minus 5, 94. Okay, so that is the answer. I want you to see if you can do this one for me. So pause the video and work it out. Okay, so the quotient means we need to divide. So the quotient of 44, so 44 divided by 11 plus 4. Now when we're using BOMDAS, we need to do the division first. So 44 divided by 11 is 4 plus 4, and that equals 8. So that was a pretty easy one for you. So hopefully you got that right.